Welcome back. Today we're talking about dry, sensitive skin, which happens to be the type of skin that I have. I'd like to go over a few things like how to treat the problem versus just treating the symptom. And I'd also like to go over a few steps in your routine that might be making your skin worse. And finally, some of my favorite products for treating dry, sensitive skin. So let's get started. First things first, you could have dry, sensitive skin due to genetics, but you could also have it due to your environment or the products that you're using. For example, if you live in the West or in a very dry, arid environment and you're not using a humidifier, that could be the problem. So rather than treating the symptom, which is dry skin, I suggest treating the problem, which is the dry air. So I use a humidifier in our house, and it's on caster wheels, so we can move it from room to room. I'll link my favorite one down below. Two important things to remember with a humidifier. You need to keep the filter clean, and the other thing is you need to use a product to treat the water to prevent mold and bacteria, which is super, super important, because if you don't do that, you could be doing more harm than good. That product is called Bacteriostatic, and you can buy it at your local box chain store or on Amazon, and I'll link it below. You just need a tiny, tiny little bit. You just tip a little cap full into the water canister each time you fill it up. Not only is a humidifier great for your skin, but you'll sleep better at night, and it's great for dry nasal passages or people with allergies. So now that we've talked about the possible cause of dry, sensitive skin, let's talk about ingredients that you might want to keep your eye out for. You want to keep your eye out for alcohol in the ingredient list, especially if it's really high up in the top. But just be sure that you're able to distinguish between two types of alcohols. One group is perfectly fine and even great for sensitive skin. Those are alcohols that are fatty alcohols. The ones that you want to keep your eye out for and that you want to kind of steer clear from if you have dry, sensitive skin are drying alcohols, also known as SD alcohol or denatured alcohol, especially if it's really high up at the top of the ingredient list. I'm not sure if you know this or not, but an ingredient list has the set of ingredients, and the closer the ingredients are to the top, those are the predominant ingredients. So the closer the ingredients that are at the bottom of the list are less predominant in there. So if you see alcohol or fragrance, that's another one you want to keep an eye out for. If you see fragrance or alcohol, denatured alcohol at the top of the list, you kind of want to steer clear from products like that. So we touched on alcohols, but you also want to keep your eye out for fragrance or essential oils. They really just don't belong on your face. They don't really serve that much of a purpose. They tend to be more irritating than helpful. So I suggest, if you have dry, sensitive skin, avoiding those ingredients altogether. So now that we talked about the possible cause of dry, sensitive skin and things to look out for, let's talk about the steps in your routine. When you wash your face, it's really important that you're not washing your face in the shower, because you tend to use hot water in the shower, and hot water is really not good for dry, sensitive skin. It's not good for any skin, but if you have dry, sensitive skin, it's even worse. So if you can't wash your face in the shower, where can you wash your face? Well, I suggest washing your face at the sink and using a microfiber washcloth. So you want to start with an oil cleanser and then follow it with a hydrating cleanser. I just do this at night because my skin is very dry and very sensitive. In the morning, I just use warm water and a microfiber washcloth. I'll link my favorite ones down below. I get them on Amazon. Something that is really important to remember with these though is that you need to wash them by themselves. At the end of the week, they need to go in the washer all by themselves because they're microfiber and they attract every single possible piece of lint, and it will make them gross and pretty much useless. So the first step in your evening skincare routine would be to go in with a product like one of these, which are cleansing balms. Clinique makes one. This one's by Hamish and I love it, the All Clean Balm, and this one's by Jordan Samuel, and this one's fantastic. And all you need to do is just use a little tiny amount, like a little larger than a pea size amount. Massage it all over your face to remove your makeup, skincare, and impurities from the day. Once you've completely massaged these into your face and they've had a chance to dissolve all of the impurities, next I suggest going in with a hydrating cleanser. Something like this by Crave. It's the Matcha Hemp Hydrating Cleanser. Is fantastic. If you prefer something in the drugstore realm, this one by CeraVe is also amazing. And this one is one of my all-time favorites. It's by Hada Labo, and you can buy this on Amazon. Once you've used your hydrating cleanser and your face is still a little wet, you'll want to take a small cotton pad or even just a little splash in your hands and use something that's called a hydrating toner. This one by Pyun Kang Yul is one of my favorites. I get this on Amazon, but make sure you get it from the manufacturer so that you're sure you're getting a legit product. This one is perfect for dry, sensitive skin, and you just pat it all over your skin and allow it to dry. This is a new one that I've been trying out, and I quite like it, and the price is pretty fantastic. I'll make sure I leave all of the links for all these products below. This one is by Misha. It's the Time Revolution First Treatment Essence, and it's absolutely divine. These products are super lightweight, no alcohols, non-irritating, non-drying, and you can't go wrong with either one of these. After I've applied my hydrating toner, while my face is still slightly damp, I like to apply what's called a hydrator. Hydrators and moisturizers are different. They can often cross over, but hydrators contain ingredients that draw moisture to the skin versus a moisturizer which seals in the moisture. A moisturizer tends to be an occlusive, and a hydrator tends to have humectants in them, like I said, so they draw moisture to the skin. Two of my favorites are Neutrogena makes a drugstore one if you're looking for that kind of price range. Hada Labo is still drugstore prices. I get this one on Amazon, and this is one of my new favorites by Drunk Elephant, and you can get this at Sephora. I'll link it below. Okay, so now that you've got your hydrators on your skin, you want to go in with your moisturizer so that you can seal all of that good stuff in, which will prevent what's called transepidermal water loss. Basically, it's fancy for dry skin. You're trying to avoid having all of that moisture that you just locked in escape. And so some of my favorite products for that are the Proteini Polypeptide Cream from Drunk Elephant. This is fantastic. Another one from Drunk Elephant. This one's it's slightly lighter. So if you like a little bit of a lighter formula, maybe during the summertime, this one's for you. I like this one, of course, but during the winter, I like La La Retro. This one you can also get at Sephora. It's fantastic. It's nice and thick and has a beautiful creamy consistency, and no drying alcohols, no fragrance. Drunk Elephant, you will quickly learn, is one of my all-time favorite lines. This other one by Peter Thomas Roth, this water drench, it's called the Hyaluronic Cloud Cream Hydrating Moisturizer. It's absolutely lovely. I consider this one to be kind of one of those crossover products between a moisturizer and a hydrator, but it's absolutely lovely and has a decent price point, and I think you can find it at Sephora. If you're looking for a drugstore moisturizer to seal in all of that moisture, I recommend this one by Differin. My entire family uses this, and we love this for a long time now, probably going on a few years. Differin's a fantastic brand, and you can get it at most Walgreens and I think even Walmart. If you're looking for if you're like me and you're a little bougie and you're looking for something high end, one of my new favorite products is by January Labs. It's the Skin Essentials Retexturizing Night Cream. This one is fantastic. Not only is the formulation absolutely stunning, but it has a chemical exfoliant that you use at night and will help retexturize your skin by taking off some of those dead skin layers. But at the same time, it'll be sealing in all of that moisture that you just locked in. So those are basically steps that I recommend for your nighttime routine. We can do another video if you're interested in how I would do a skincare routine for the daytime, which would absolutely include an SPF. So if you'd like that, make sure you comment below so I know to record a video that addresses some of the daytime skincare needs for dry, sensitive skin. So if you made it to the end of this video, make sure you leave a pineapple emoji in the comment so I can enter you for a giveaway. I will select a pineapple emoji comment randomly to win this fantastic Estee Lauder travel exclusive. It's got a beautiful essence treatment in it and a nighttime treatment, and these fantastic sheet masks from Hada Labo, one of my all-time favorite lines. And I double ordered this product from Sephora, and I thought, well, I'll just include it for a giveaway. But it's a Marc Jacobs lipstick and lip liner. So make sure you leave that pineapple comment below. So I hope some of these tips have helped, and if you have any questions regarding any of the steps or any of the products used, please feel free to leave them in the comments below.